Test, test, test. Hey, 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 hey. YouTube. Hello, hello. Test. Okay, everything's working. Hey guys, I decided to go live. Second live actually, because I did not really want to stop the other live stream that is running for like 2 weeks now. But I thought it would be a good idea to maybe have a little chat with you guys, talk a little bit about what's going on in the trading business and everything. And yeah, there's actually a lot going on. I don't know if I was live since Trump happened. Not sure. I think I did a very short live session from my VPS, but it was not very good with the audio. So I decided to do it now from my local PC. So the audio should be a lot better. And yeah, we can talk a bit about trading, what's going on in the account. Also today was another news day, CPI news day, and we saw some impact in the markets, but actually not too much, just a little bit of up and down, and in the end, nothing really happened. So that's for the CPI news. But yeah, as always, this is the format where I sit in front of the PC, talk a bit, and try to answer as many questions as I possibly can. So you can just post whatever you want in the chat, and I will try to react to it. Yeah, just ask about anything, I would say. And there are already a few questions. Yeah, first of all, hello to everyone in the chat. Good to see you live. And yeah, I'm using a VPS, and I use a VPS from Strato, which is a German VPS provider. And yeah, I'm using it for 7 or 8 years now, actually. Where did you learn English fluently? I don't know if my English is so good, but I learned it in school mostly, and then just from talking. Yeah, that's basically it. Hey René, do you know Eagle AI, and what's your opinion about it? No, I don't know it. Never heard of it, actually. Question for you, do you run all EAs on one account? I mean, in this account that you can see on the screen right now, I run actually a lot of EAs. You can see here I run 3 different programs at the moment, actually 4, because one is one range breakout EA is slightly modified with a break-even stop in D40 here. But yeah, in this account I run 4 EAs, but I also have other accounts like this one where I run 2 programs at the moment. I have this account where I run 1 program, this account where I run program, this one and another one. So I run different strategies in different accounts pretty much. And yeah, but this is my main account and the only live trading account. The rest is just FTMO. And here I run a lot of different strategies combined, I would say. But yeah, you can see it here, and also in the 24/7 stream, you can read the video description to learn more about the EAs. Also, just uploaded a video, I think yesterday, where I talked about all of my settings in my live trading account. So you might want to watch this one if you're interested. How many indices versus currencies are in your portfolio? I mean, you can see it on the chart. I trade 3 indices right now and 3 currencies and gold. That's pretty much it. How much is the VPS per month? I think I pay like $60 per month, but it's not a small VPS. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit more power because I need it for multiple MetaTrader terminals and also for streaming. But yeah, $6 per month sounds like a great deal. Do we have any algorithm to identify support and resistance? No, not really. Do you do equal holding on each strategy? I don't understand the question. I mean, every strategy trades separately for itself. And yeah. It's funded account pro. I don't really understand the question. Right now I have one FTMO funded account, and this account on the screen right now is a live trading account. So a real money account. And yeah. Are you familiar with Jim Simmons? No, I don't know him. And I don't have a background in mathematics. And also no background in coding. I learned coding on YouTube and in forums, I would say. Yeah, I mean, markets are a little bit up and down today. There's not too much stuff going on. One trade was closed with a loss already, which is the GBP US dollar trade. Generated a loss of 250 roughly. Also, the last 2 days, or the last day especially, was also not good, quite negative. Yesterday, I generated a loss of about, I think, 1K. Not completely 1K, but was a loss yesterday. But I mean, overall, I mean, the account is in a perfect position, I would say. It is healthy as hell, and I am super happy. Especially like the Trump effect was so beneficial for the account. Made so much profit. I think in this month it is close to 10K profit, which is of course just because of the election in the US and the boost that especially the stock market got from this. So this was also a huge boost for this account here. And now, yeah, today is also not the best day, but today is more or less break even, I would say. There's a small loss so far of around 300 euro, which is not a lot. And could have been worse with the CPI news released today. I'm more worried about the FTMO accounts who got quite a beating today. 3 losses already in this one, also in this one, which is not great. But yeah, I mean, it's a constant up and down in these FTMO accounts so far. This one is actually doing quite good. It's close to passing the challenge phase now, which is the only remaining account which is still in the challenge phase. The rest is either funded or verification accounts. And yeah, this account is the live account. So let me check some more of your questions. Any algorithm to identify support and resistance? I mean, I kind of answered this already, I think. I don't really know a good algorithm for this. Support and resistance is not that easy to identify because it's usually interpreted by a human trader and it's highly subjective. So most people cannot really name good rules for support and resistance zones. It's always a lot of interpretation going on with these zones. Yeah. Jim Simmons is the best Algotrader. I think someone commented about him already. But I don't really know what he does to trade. I don't know where to read about his ideas. But yeah, maybe I should read about it a bit. Is this a prop firm account? No, the account on the stream or on the screen right now is a live trading account. Just a normal live trading account, no prop firm or something. FTMO allows auto trading. Yes, of course. FTMO allows auto trading and EA trading. And there's a Spanish comment, but I do not speak Spanish. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can ask in English. what is your risk do you use on your account? Like 2% of capital. It depends on the strategy. In some strategies, I have a 100% risk pretty much. In others, I have a limited risk of 0.5 or 1%. It's really different. But I made a video about this, and you can find it on the channel where I explain like why I chose the risk for every strategy. How I did pretty much. Hey, please give me one EA a gift because the broker you suggested does not work in India. Please tell me what should I do. I don't know, just learn how to code. You also find a lot of free EAs in the internet, but that's not really what will help you. Like also, if I give you one expert advice, it will not help you. Just learn how to code. Have you heard of APIs and coding strategies in Python instead of MetaTrader? Yeah, of course, I heard about it. I also had a look at it. I did not invest too much time in Python for the MetaTrader actually, but also because I don't really see the benefit. I think the API is not as efficient as MQL5 for the MetaTrader. So therefore, I didn't really look into it more. But if you want to use AI and machine learning stuff, it will be, of course, a good idea to use Python. But since I'm not really doing it, I don't really see why I would want to use Python more. What's your opinion on gold? Monthly imbalance tap? No, reverse possible. Yeah, I don't know. Reverse is possible. Everything's possible. I'm not in the business of predicting the market. I'm in the business of trading, and I'm not trying to look in the crystal ball and predict the future movements. Why do you only use one trade a day on a range breakout? My results improved significantly. In other accounts, I use 2 trades a day, like in the FTMO accounts, for example. I use different versions of the same strategy pretty much. Just say thanks. I learned a lot from my videos. Then I write my own range breakout error. That's in a small account. Thanks for the feedback. I'm glad that you learned something from my videos. Trading one long and one short breakout in the range breakout expert advisor can definitely improve the performance. I think it mainly depends on the time period that you're looking at. Like for example, today it was a lot better to not trade multiple trades because of the CPI news, and you would have stopped out multiple times, or at least I did here with my settings in the FTMO account. And in my live account, where I only trade one trade with the stop loss in %, I only got stopped out once, which is a lot better compared to the reset in the FTMO account. Do you close trades manually? No, I don't. Only in very, very special situations. If, for example, my expert advisor produced a trade that should not be open, then I sometimes close it manually. But if everything's going as planned, then I do not trade manually at all. Are you familiar with the efficient market hypothesis? I don't know English. I think it just means that the markets are efficient, right? And I think it's pretty much, isn't it the concept of the stock market or of any regulated market like this? I mean, it's a pretty basic concept, isn't it? I think everyone should know it, everyone who wants to trade. But maybe I'm thinking about something different here. Afternoon, René, did you code a program so you could backtest data to identify ideal entry exit times and ideal ranges before you build the EAs? No. Do you use seasonal patterns? No, I don't. Not so far, but I think it could be interesting actually. But I did not do too much research with like seasonal stuff. What is your backtest strategy? Do you backtest only or backtest and walk forward? I only backtest, and I use the normal test and the optimization a lot in the MetaTrader 5. But I don't use walk forward optimization in the optimizer. I usually test for like 10 to 12 years. I think I did my last tests. So the stock market seems to recover a bit after going down with the CPI news. And also gold recovers again, which is not good because I'm short. Also, it would be better for me today if like gold and the stock market would go down further, because I still have this trade here in D40, which is a good short trade from the range breakout EA. So it would be good if all of the markets go down, because actually I don't really care too much about the go long strategy making losses, because this is a strategy that opens a trade every single day anyway. So I don't care if it goes down 1, 2, or 3 days. But with range breakout EA, it's a little bit different, because this one does not trade every day. And therefore, I would prefer to see a win in the range breakout EA and a loss in the go long. But I mean, the market does not really care about me, I guess. With an EA working on time-specific range, do you adjust them for daylight savings? No, I don't adjust them. Maybe it makes sense, but I just don't do it. Predicting the market and making money from it is impossible. I think predicting the market is impossible to some degree, but I mean, you can never be sure about anything, but I think you can still have an edge. And that's pretty much what all of our trading is based on, I think. You should watch a video from Veritasium. It's very interesting. I don't know this guy, but yeah, maybe I should watch it. Why is German always so smart? I don't know if German or Germans were always smart in the past. I'm sure there were a few events in the history of Germany that were not so smart. Do you let your EAs open every single day regardless of any high impact news? Yes, I just trade every day. And sometimes, like today, you lose, but sometimes, like the US election day, you make big bucks. And I think on average, for my strategies, it is better to trade than not to trade on high impact news days. But that's just from my experience so far over the last years. Yeah. What's your opinion about technical analysis? I think that can predict the price. At least it works for me. If it works for you, it's great. Then, I mean, like my opinion does not really matter. I think like if you make money, it's good. But I mean, technical analysis is a term that needs some. I would need a definition. Like in the end, what I do here can also be called technical analysis, because I look at the chart, what the program does, and it identifies some movements and then takes action based on these movements. So I don't know. Technical analysis is a term which is, I think, needs some more words to describe it. Hey René, can you send us the tracking link for your account, FX Blue, my FX book? I don't list it anywhere besides MQL5 right now, but yeah, of course I can share the link. Yeah, you can find it here in my MQL5 profile. Check it out if you're interested. Hi René. Oh, this is what I answered. The video is named the $1 trillion. Okay. Please do not check the microphone. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I answered all of your questions. The markets are not moving in my favor right now, which sucks completely, especially for the FTMO count. Yeah, huge L here today. Lost about close to 1.5% so far. And the trades will be close to 5 minutes. And that is not good, but that is what it is, I guess. How did you decide on the time range for your breakout entry time? I'm just testing. Like I did a lot of testing and figured out what works good in the tester, and then I just used these settings, and I just hope that it also works in the future. I just did a lot of tests, really. Do you run multiple uncorrelated strategies? Yes. I run some strategies that are correlated, also highly correlated, but I also have strategies that are not really correlated. Also made a video about this already on the channel. Yeah, I don't know if I want to trade Bitcoin. I'm not really into crypto actually. But yeah, of course, it's at a very high level right now. Yeah, the market moves here completely suck for all of my accounts pretty much. I think today just one account is benefiting so far, which is this one, and the rest is just not performing good today. But I mean, it's just one day, so it is not important. Like one single day is never important when it comes to trading. You should never focus on the result of one single trading day or one single trade. Ariel, hey bro, my dream is to become you. I don't know how, I think it will not really work, but yeah. What do you think about, becoming me? It's biological, not possible, I think, at this point. But yeah, what do you think about strategy quant? Could be useful if I'm a starter in the algorithm trading. I'm not a big fan of EA builders in general, because I think learning how to code is always superior, and EA builders are very limited at some point. You can build basic programs and easy programs, but as soon as you want to have a little bit more of a specific solution for a problem or a specific function that the EA builder cannot cover or does not cover, then yeah, you just cannot build the strategy that you want with an EA builder. So I don't really see the reason to use a EA builder. But this is just me, and I know how to code. But if you don't want to learn how to code, then a EA builder could be useful for you. But in my opinion, if you want to take this trading seriously and also automated trading seriously, then I would always recommend learning how to code over a EA builder. How often do you look at your EAs? At the EA's trading, I look at it every single day pretty much, but I don't know if this was the question. Yeah, but I look at it every day. I have an interesting 4-minute video we can watch together. Can I send link or the YouTube title so we can watch with stream? I don't know if this is a good idea. I never really thought about it, but I don't know. Hi, René Jaiko here from South Africa, Cape Town. Will you in the future go more in depth with the multi-symbol strategy, maybe implementing different profit targets and a lot of for each major pair? I will make more programming tutorials in the future for sure. I don't really know what topics I will cover specifically, but there's a high chance that I will create another multi-symbol strategy. Thanks, René. I love your videos. Thanks for the feedback. And yeah, we just hit the 18 o'clock server time, which means that this USD Japanese yen trade is closed. Also, yeah, my FTMO accounts are closed. Not a good day. Very bad day actually in the FTMO accounts. Lost like 1.5%, a little bit less. But yeah, that's how it is. Oh, and 2 trades already open in the stock trading account. This is interesting. This happened quickly. So no. yeah, this could really move this account. Also, Meta is it's quite at the upper level of this range here, at the upper end. So yeah, maybe I should hope for a positive day to day in the stock indices and the stocks, the separate stocks or individual stocks. Yeah, 2 trades already this quick. But yeah, so here we have gold now and 1 range breakout trade in D40 and then 3 trades with a go long strategy. But yeah, as I always say, the go long strategy it's absolutely not important for me, not interesting on a day-to-day basis, because here I really just hope that long-term indices go up. Yeah, and important is just like the gold trade and the range breakout trade, but of course I cannot really do anything about it. I will just see how it goes. And then there's a question, when you see those kinds of losses like -100, do you consider close the position? No, I mean, like, why should I close the positions? It does not make sense. I mean, yeah, why should I? No, I don't really think about it. Bro, I just posted the tracking link of my account. As I said, I only have it on MQL5 right now, but you can find it here on my profile. And you can see every single trade and everything. So just check out the link that I just posted. What's your opinion on multi-symbol EA, especially in terms of performance? Would you prefer single EAs? I'm a developer, blah, blah, blah. Personally, I don't care if it's a multi-symbol EA or a single symbol EA. Or actually, yeah, maybe I do care. I mostly prefer single symbol EAs, but just because I think it's more, I have a better overview of the account if every EA only trades 1 symbol. But if there is a EA that trades multiple symbols, it's also completely fine. I mean, whatever makes profit, I guess. Like, I'm not for or against anything per se. I always look like what will be profitable in the long run, and if it makes profit, it's good. If it makes losses, then you should have a second look and maybe try to fix it or improve it. You should Darwinex to people invest. I looked at the Darwinex webpage, but I don't really understand the service. I don't know. I did not really invest the time to understand Darwinex. You post your product links, not your tracking account link. What I posted is my MQL5 profile. So here you find the products, but down here you find the signal. Sorry, I should have told you that it's a signal. So here, if you click on this, you can see this is the account. Yeah, and you can really just see everything, like the whole trading history, every single trade on every single day, like the performance, how it looks, the drawdown, everything, how the balance changed. Everything's public, completely public. So yeah, you can check out everything on this page. Yeah, what a shame. Now USD Japanese yen is going up, GBP dollar is going down shortly after my trades were closed. But I mean, sometimes it's just like this, right? Sometimes it's just like this and you cannot really do anything about it. I want to build an algo. that also incorporates order flow tools like cumulative delta footprints, but I don't think you can do this on MetaTrader. Do not any platform allow this? I don't really work with this a lot, but I'm pretty sure you could do it in MetaTrader. It would maybe just be a little bit more complex. But I don't know any other platform than MetaTrader. I only work with MetaTrader. Hey René, hello. With your FTMO account, with a drawdown of 10%, what's the risk you use? I mean, it's different. Like in this account, I use the fixed lot size, so the risk is sometimes on a day higher than 10% actually. But in other accounts, I think here I use 0.5% per trade, yes. And it depends really on the account, on the strategy. I tried different stuff. And this is going down a bit, but not too much. I mean, it's fine. Someone is asking in German why my school community membership is so expensive. And for everyone who is not familiar with this, I just launched a new community for automated traders to talk about automated trading, develop strategies together. And I set the price like this because I want to have a community, not like where everyone, the goal of the community is not to create a community that is as big as possible. The goal is to create a community that is really going into the right direction, like people who are really willing to work together, to work on automated programs. And I also try to help individuals in this community. Like if someone has a programming question, I try to help. And if I, for example, create a free community, there are a lot of downsides. First of all, there's not really a benefit for me, to be honest. Also, if everyone's asking questions, it will be hard for me to answer every question. And you have a lot of scammers and spammers in free communities. So I just want to set a price to not just have everyone in the community, but to really have a selected circle of persons who really take this serious. And also if there are more people in this community, I also I might add some more exclusive content just for the community members, maybe have weekly calls scheduled. But these are plans for the future. And I mean, like, not everyone has to be part of this community. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm not the guy who says my community has to be open for everyone. Like literally, I don't care. Like I want to work with the people that I want to work with, and I'm not. I don't really have to work with anyone. And I know there are a lot of free trader communities out there, but also you always have to remember that if something is free, then you are the product, and free communities or Telegram groups are usually created to get money from you in some other ways, like for example, partner brokers or selling stuff in the group. And in the community that I created here, I really want to be productive and not sell other stuff a lot. I think dynamic risk lot sizing will work a lot better with a range breakout strategy. Maybe. I mean, I looked at it. For example, in this account, I use a different mechanism than in this account. And in this account, I use another lot calculation mechanism again. So I really like in different accounts, I use different strategies or different versions of the same strategy to just have a wide portfolio. And if something is not working out, maybe another version of the program is working out. Thanks for your comments and your feedback. Why don't you use only the best EA? Because I don't know what the best EA is. I could tell what the best program is for the historical performance, but for the future, I have absolutely no clue. Because nobody can predict the future. And for this reason, we try to build a portfolio of strategies that might work out in the future. And then we hope that on average, we can generate a profit. That's pretty much what we do as traders, also as automated traders. And nobody can predict the future. And for this reason, nobody can tell which EA is the best one. How's your slippage? Good. Depends on the strategy. Some strategies have more slippage. Some strategies have less slippage. But in general, with all of my setups, I'm kind of happy most of the time with the slippage. Slippage is part of the game. You can never get rid of slippage. It's always there and you cannot really do anything about it. Or at least not if you work with stop orders. Do you trade oil? No, not at the moment. Do you have any experience with the A's that work for some time and then stop profiting? Sure. Every expert advisor has good and bad periods. Also, all of my expert advisors here, they make profits on some days or in some months, and they generate losses in other months. Like all of my strategies have long drawdown periods of multiple months, pretty much all of them. And that's part of the game, I guess. And yeah, it's just how it is. As I said before, no strategy is perfect, and no strategy can always create profits. And therefore, we just have to aim for we just try to achieve the highest chance to be profitable in the end. But we can never be sure about anything when it comes to trading. What about news? Does your algo take that into consideration? I just trade during news, like any other day, because what I figured out is my strategies are mainly based on breakouts or on strong market moves, and for this reason they usually benefit from news events. Today is a bad example because today I made more losses than profits during this news event, but also, especially in the FTMO projects, nearly all of the profits were generated on news days. So, sometimes you get slapped in the face by some news event, but sometimes the news event is really, really beneficial for your account. So, you just have to figure out what is happening more often, pretty much. What do you think of the following? Find the strategies that create the lowest drawdown and then increase the risk so that you still make more money with fewer trades. Yeah, it's definitely an approach. Personally, I don't like it if there are only a few trades in my tester, because I think that it's like, I like to see more trades because I believe it's like the statistical evidence is stronger if you see more trades in the tester. But other traders have a totally different opinion about this, and I respect that. And I would not say that I'm always wrong with my assumptions. I might be wrong, but yeah. But also the lowest drawdown, you cannot really, you cannot figure this out for sure, because you can only test it in the strategy tester, and then you have to assume that the drawdown that you saw in the strategy tester is a average drawdown, or that the drawdown in the future will not be bigger than that. But that's just an assumption, and you cannot really predict the future. Yeah, you can test 1,000 trades. Yeah, 1,000 trades is kind of fine. If you see like at least 100 trades per year, then I'm usually pretty fine with this. But yeah, tests are one thing, but live trading is a whole another story. And everything that happens in the tester just happened in the tester. And it can be completely different from the moment that you move your account in a live environment. Because, the market does not care about your backtests. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if the drawdown would be 0 in the test, you could risk 100%. But yeah, it's very theoretical because the test is just the test. And the markets can be completely different in the future because it's constantly changing. Would you consider a strategy if it has very good 8-year result, but 4 years prior, 12 years total is not a good result? Could this mean there's just found a new edge that has recently formed? Yeah, I would at least have a second look at this, and I would really go into detail and have a look at the market 8 years ago and 12 years ago. If something changed in the market, I would also have a look at my data that I use for testing. I would also have a look at single trades and try to figure out what made the difference. Because often what you would see is that it is a data issue, and the data, for example, in the past was not perfect from whatever data provider you use. But yeah, I mean, if the results in the last 8 years were very, very good, and I feel like the strategy could be good in the future as well, which is just a guess, of course, then I would consider using the program, but it's not a question that I can answer like with some general statement. I would really have to look at this specific strategy. Will you try crypto market trading in the future? Maybe. But if I do so, then I would most likely just use crypto CFDs in the MetaTrader 5 for trading at least. Is the profit good so far this month? It is very good, actually. I think this month was the best month by far. It made like 8K so far, the account. Of course, mainly because of the election in the US. But yeah, if you have a look at this, at the signal here also, you can see this month is just completely crazy. Like, where can we see the date? Yeah, like here, I mean, we still have November, right? So November starts somewhere here, and you can see it went from a little bit more than 30K to now 40K, which is just crazy. So this month is by far the best month. It's just insane, this month. And it's mainly coming from the indices, of course, because they should be at an all-time high or pretty close to an all-time high. Yeah, the German index is not really... it's actually quite far away from the all-time high. This has to be like 2 or 3.5%. Yeah, but I mean, US markets are going crazy because of the election. And yeah, for this reason, the account is also doing very good, especially this month. If markets do actually change over time, do you think backtest data is more important from recent years? Yeah, what I like to do is I put a little bit more weight on the last years, and also what you will often see is that if you have data, or I saw this often that the more recent data is or the spreads are lower in the more recent data, which is also very beneficial, of course, for trading. So this is also what changes, like the trading costs and everything. And for example, I think in indices, we see stronger moves in the last few years compared to like 10 or 20 years ago, which is of course also beneficial for most strategies. So I think markets are changing, and yeah, you really have to have a look at your strategy and then try to evaluate if it could be profitable in the future. Question to your test data: how do you deal with daylight savings? I usually just ignore it for testing, actually, and also for live trading. So I don't really care about it too much, because I think it's like the change is just, yeah, I think if it really affects the strategies. I mean, in testing, of course, in the historical data, daylight saving is in the data. It is considered in the data, but then I just use the data from my data provider, and I don't really have specific code in my programs, for example, to deal with daylight savings or stuff like that. So what's going on here? Gold is coming down a bit again, which is actually good. In half an hour, the trade will be closed. Yeah, hopefully in profit. We will see. And let me check the stock market. The stock trades here. This is interesting. 2 open trades. Yeah. And there are some more questions. Do you find any correlation with the best day or best month over the past years? I don't really understand. I tested my EA without high impact news and it shows better results. Do you think this is a good idea? I don't know. Like for my strategies, I think high impact news are mostly beneficial on most days. But this is also hard to test, because in the strategy tester you cannot really replicate the slippage. At least it's not very good in the strategy tester. I mean, the slippage, it is in the data pretty much if you have tick data, but the problem is that the execution delay of your broker is not in the data, in the tester, and this is where the big difference is pretty much. Hi René, question. If I connect 2 accounts to the same terminal and try to get an EA running in each every time I connect to... No, this cannot be changed. If you want to run multiple accounts on one system, you just have to install the MetaTrader multiple times. Like for example, this is what I did here on the server. You can see I have multiple terminals or multiple MetaTrader instances, and in every instance I just run one account, because if you switch accounts, as you say, yeah, it will not work. Can you zoom into the gold EA? I got the wrong side today. I need to see what I did wrong. I mean, I don't know if I have the right side. I mean, it could still be profitable by the end of the day. I mean, I don't know if you did anything wrong. It's not, as I always say, one single day does not matter at all. It really absolutely does not matter. What is important is that after 1,000 days, for example, that you are in profit, but one single day is completely irrelevant. And there's no right or wrong on one single day, I would say. You could pretty much flip a coin, and sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. And one single day really just does not matter, and you cannot really predict or impact the outcome of one single trading day, in my opinion. So I don't care about the result on one single trading day, really. So yeah, the stock markets, or the stock market is going up further, which is, I mean, overall it is good for the account, of course, but I would have liked to see some profits here with the range breakout EA in D40. But I mean, it should be good for the other accounts here. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, guys, I don't know. I think I will stop the live commentary soon. Just wanted to answer some of your questions. And I mean, the other stream is still running on my channel. So yeah, it's still running. So you can just switch to this stream here again. I will set up the charts so they look nice and clean again in this stream. So you can still watch the trades, and I will come around for another chat in the next days maybe. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great time. Hope you have some good trades, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Why did you get that range on gold? I tested it. Just a lot of testing. Testing and backtesting. Backtesting, optimization. All of my strategies are based on optimization and testing. Okay, guys, have a nice day. I'm out. Bye-bye.